Deer in Donkey Barn. In a bygone era, a skilled hunter successfully captured a deer from the expansive plains situated in the western reaches of Persia. Upon his return home, under the cloak of night, he discovered an absence of provisions within his abode. Contemplating the option of slaughtering and grilling the deer for sustenance, he found the prospect lacking in personal contentment. Subsequently, he proceeded to venture into a nearby thoroughfare to sell the deer. As he traversed the urban milieu, he encountered a gathering of individuals. The hunter said to them, "I have a deer to sell." They said, "How much?" He said, "It is worth 50 coins, but because I am in need, I will sell it for 10 coins. When the people saw the hunter's need, one of them said, "I will buy it for 2 coins." Someone said 3 coins. The other one said 4 coins. A herdsman who liked the deer and had a lot of money said, "I will buy it for 5 coins, and no one buys deer for more than this at this time of night. How much meat does a skinny dry deer have?" The hunter responded, "They don't buy deer for its meat. A deer is a deer, not a sheep." The herdsman replied, "You know better. In short, I won't give more than 5 coins." In the end, he bought the deer and brought it home, releasing it into the donkey barn. Upon entering, the deer beheld the dismal surroundings, a place with a handful of donkeys and several mangers, each containing straw and a pool of water replete with refuse. The air was laden with the scent of dampness and dung, and the stable was characterized by a stuffy atmosphere, sealed behind a closed door. Still contemplating its next move, the deer drew the attention of the donkeys, who exchanged glances and emitted a collective grin. Someone inquired, "Who are you?" The deer can wait. "I am also one of the gods' creations. My name is Deer, and I inhabit the plains. I was captured and subsequently sold to your master, who brought me to this location." The donkeys responded, "Certainly, whatever your nature, feel free to articulate it. This is indeed a favorable environment. Observe the pond, brimming with water, and the mangers, filled with straw. Until morning there is little to occupy us. You are our esteemed guest. Partake in sustenance at your leisure, and rest as needed. However, exercise caution to avoid injury." The deer expressed gratitude, stating, "Thank you. While I appreciate the gesture, I find myself unable to consume water and straw. I understand you are engaged in your tasks, and I shall remain unobtrusive in this vicinity." Meanwhile, the donkeys were engrossed in their feeding routine, traversing from one manger to the next, partaking in mutual nourishment, and traversing the barn in energetic circuits, raising dust. The deer, sensing trepidation, darted from one corner to another, evading proximity to the donkey's activities. The experience was marked by a sense of fear, discomfort, the pervading dust-laden air, and the distinctive barn odor. The donkeys occasionally observed the deer, exchanging glances and jesting amongst themselves, remarking, "This is a deer, a peculiar creature. Its legs resemble slender hookards. Take note of its horn and eyes, nothing akin to donkeys." A more discerning donkey, displaying a measure of nobility, interjected, "Nevertheless he is not of our species, and engages in peculiar behaviour here. Being a juvenile and of smaller stature, he may harbour apprehension towards us. Let us refrain from causing any distress. Our guest should experience tranquillity." This sentiment found unanimous acceptance, quelling the amusement. Addressing the deer, the noble donkey extended an invitation, saying, "Come, my dear, join me at my manger for a meal. Observe the quality of the straw, its hue akin to saffron, thickness reminiscent of tree leaves, and softness comparable to alfalfa. It possesses a sweetness reminiscent of melon skin. Fear not, as no one here harbours ill intentions towards you. Partake in your dinner without concern." The deer expressed gratitude, stating, "I appreciate your kindness, but I do not consume straw. Despite my smaller stature, I am an adult with a unique constitution. Were I not a deer, you might consider me an elderly gentleman." A collective laughter ensued from the donkeys, followed by a remark from one of them, "So you are not a child, you are an old man. Come, old man, and join us to partake in barley," accompanied by further amusement. Declining the invitation, the deer remarked, "I have no desire for anything. Please leave me in solitude." One of the donkeys, perceiving the situation, sympathetically commented, "Ah, I see. This elderly gentleman lacks teeth. Poor soul, did you survive on the wind in the desert, or did someone make a special dish for you?" Expressing his distress, the deer implored, "Please refrain from jesting. You are unaware of my plight in this environment. A donkey's stable is not my natural habitat. I mean no offense, but distinctions exist between a grunt and a deer. We are all created differently. I have always resided in lush green deserts, nourishing myself with green grass. You can see that I am not at fault." A donkey responded mockingly, "Indeed, we've heard his grandiose words. He desires the greenery of a vast desert, the nourishment of green grass, and the company of his fellow deer. The poor creature disdains our straw and yearns for our green grass. How absurd! Let him endure hunger. He is just dumb after all." The deer sternly asserted, "I desire the same. Please grant me solitude, and refrain from causing me distress." Overwhelmed with sadness, the deer found himself in a state of despair, uncertain of a course of action. His eyes welled up with tears as he contemplated, "I wish the hunter-man had cast me into a well rather than subjecting me to this burn. Any circumstance would be preferable to enduring the company of these individuals." Observing the deer's evident distress, the noblest of the donkeys felt a sense of compassion. Approaching the deer, he offered solace, saying, "Listen, my dear, refrain from shedding tears. Weeping does not alleviate suffering. There is no merit in succumbing to sadness and despair. The deer retorted, "There is no need for your pity. I am not a beggar seeking alms. You, being a donkey, cannot comprehend me as I am a deer." The donkeys, in response, turned disdainfully and remarked, "How foolish! We extend a favor, and you respond with mockery." Expressions of hostility escalated among the donkeys, with one suggesting, "Satan urges me to kick his head," and another asserting, "He desires green grass, yet rejects any offered to him." In a regrettable turn of events, the deer was subjected to physical harm as one donkey kicked his leg, while another bit his arm, causing the deer to faint from fear and pain. The noble donkey, cognizant of the injustice, admonished his companions, "You have acted unjustly. The deer is blameless. The world is inhabited by myriad beings, each with unique lives and perspectives. Not all must conform to our ways." The donkeys shifted blame, contending, "It's your fault. You enticed him, making him cry. Had hunger prevailed, he would have relented." Come morning, the herdsman discovered the injured deer in the stable, and moved by compassion, brought it to the huntersman's abode. He explained the unfortunate circumstances, and requested reimbursement when able. The hunter, having retrieved the deer, nursed it back to health before selling it for 50 coins at the zoo. The proceeds were returned to the herdsman. As the deer found itself in a zoo enclosure, its demeanor drew astonishment from onlookers, who commented, "You are a contented deer. How can you be so joyful in captivity?" The deer responded with a touch of irony, "I hail from hell. Yet in comparison to the donkey shed, this can be deemed heavenly. It is so good that we have the same language and we understand each other better." Interacting with a diverse and unrelated group can indeed be challenging. This story conveys several lessons, highlighting the importance of empathy, understanding, and the challenges inherent in navigating diverse environments. It underscores the consequences of judgment based on appearances and the potential for mistreatment when individuals fail to appreciate the unique qualities of others. Additionally, the story suggests that resilience and adaptability can lead to positive outcomes even in the face of adversity. Ultimately, the narrative encourages reflection on the value of compassion, acceptance, and the recognition that diversity, when embraced, can contribute to a more harmonious coexistence. If you enjoyed this story, please share your thoughts in the comments below. And for more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Your feedback and support mean a lot.